Hello and welcome, everyone. Welcome to our podcast. My name is Peter.
And hello from me too. I am Jane. We are very happy to see you today. This is a special place. Here, we learn easy English together. We listen to simple stories and we practice speaking.
That is right, Jane. Today, we have a beautiful topic. We are talking about being steady. We are talking about a quiet mind. Sometimes life is very fast. Sometimes people are very loud. But a quiet mind has a very big power.
Yes, Peter. Today, we want to help our listeners feel strong and steady. And remember, friends, today we will use the shadowing method. When we say an important word or a beautiful phrase, we will stop. You will see a special mark. When you hear us stop, please say the phrase out loud. Repeat it with your own voice. This helps your brain and your mouth work together.
Yes, let us start with our first important word. The word is composed. Can you say it, Jane?
Composed. It means a person is very calm. They are quiet and steady on the inside, even when a situation is difficult or stressful. Let us repeat it together. Composed.
Let's look at a real-life example. Imagine a big office. A woman named Sarah works there. Her manager is very angry today. The manager shouts about a lost document. But Sarah does not shout back. She sits straight, she breathes, and she speaks with a soft, quiet voice. She says, "Let us look for the document together." Sarah is very composed.
That is a great example, Peter. I have another story. Imagine a busy airport. A man named Matteo is traveling to see his family. Suddenly, the airport worker says, "Your plane is late. You must wait for 5 hours." Many people around Matteo are shouting and angry, but Matteo smiles gently. He sits down, opens a good book, and waits. Matteo stays composed.
Beautiful. But you know, Jane, when a person is composed, other people sometimes do not understand it. They think, oh, this person is quiet, so this person is weak. There is a word for this. Misread. Let us repeat it. Misread.
Yes, misread means to understand someone or something in a wrong way. Let us repeat it one more time. Misread.
Let us look at a life situation. A young man named Liam starts a new job at a car repair shop. He is a very quiet person. He listens carefully to his older coworkers. He does not talk much. One coworker thinks, Liam is silent because he does not know how to fix cars. He is bad at this job. But later, Liam fixes a very difficult engine in 10 minutes. The coworker misread Liam's silence.
Exactly, Peter. The coworker misread his quiet behavior. Here is a travel example. A tourist named Chloe goes to a traditional market in a new country. A seller tries to sell her a bag for a very high price. Chloe does not get angry. She just looks at the bag, shakes her head, and walks away quietly. The seller thought she was an easy target, but he misread her. Her quiet walk away showed she was strong.
Yes, and sometimes people try to make you angry on purpose. They want to see a big explosion of emotions. The word for this is provoke. Let us say it together. Provoke.
To provoke means to push another person emotionally. It means you want to make them angry, sad, or scared so you can control them. Let us practice the word. Provoke.
Think about this situation, friends. Two neighbors, David and Robert, share a garden wall. Robert wants to start a fight. Every morning, Robert puts his trash near David's door. Robert stands by his window and watches. He wants to provoke David. He wants David to scream and shout. But David walks outside, picks up the trash calmly, puts it in the big bin, and waves with a smile. David does not let Robert provoke him.
Wow, David has a very steady mind. Here is another example from a hospital. A doctor named Elena is working a long night shift. A sick patient is very tired and starts saying mean words to Elena. The patient tries to provoke the doctor. But Dr. Elena understands that the patient is just in pain. She does not get angry. She touches the patient's hand and says, "I am here to help you." She refuses to let the words provoke her.
That is beautiful, Jane. When you do not react to bad behavior, the other person often feels strange. They feel surprised and uncomfortable because their bad plan did not work. We call this feeling unsettled. Let us say it. Unsettled.
Unsettled means you feel shaken, unsure, or uncomfortable. You do not know what to do next. Let us practice. Unsettled.
Let us go back to our neighbor's story. Robert stands at the window. He watches David pick up the trash with a smile. Suddenly, Robert does not feel powerful. He feels confused. He thinks, why is he smiling? What is he planning? Robert feels very unsettled. David's calm mind left Robert feeling unsettled.
Yes, or imagine a schoolroom. A student named Maya is giving a presentation. Another student, Leo, asks a very difficult and mean question to make Maya look bad. Leo expects Maya to cry, but Maya pauses, looks at Leo, and says, "That is an interesting question, Leo. I do not have the answer today, but I will check it for you." Maya is so steady that Leo becomes red in the face. He feels unsettled because his mean plan failed completely.
So, how do we stay calm? We use a very important tool. The tool is called restraint. Let us say this word carefully. Restraint.
Restraint means holding yourself back. It means you have a big emotion inside, but you choose not to speak or act immediately. You control your action. Let us repeat it. Restraint.
Think about renting a home. A woman named Anya is talking to her landlord, Mr. Green. Mr. Green says, "I am increasing your rent price today." Anya feels a big flash of anger inside her chest. She wants to shout, "You are a bad man." But she uses restraint. She takes a deep breath. She says, "Let me look at our contract, Mr. Green. We need to talk about this tomorrow." Her restraint saved her from a bad fight.
That is so practical, Peter. Here is a situation from a family dinner. A young woman named Zoe is visiting her aunt. The aunt looks at Zoe and says, "Oh, you look tired, and your clothes are very strange." Zoe feels hurt. She wants to say something mean back to her aunt, but Zoe practices restraint. She drinks some water, smiles, and changes the topic to the delicious food. It took a lot of restraint, but Zoe kept the peace.
But now, dear listeners, we must talk about a dangerous thing. Sometimes people think being calm means hiding your feelings forever and pretending you are a robot. That is not true calm. That is suppression. Let us say this word: suppression.
Suppression means pushing your bad feelings deep down inside your body and closing the door. You do not talk about your pain. You just stack it up like old boxes in a small garage. Let us repeat the word: suppression.
Yes. Imagine a man named Ken. Ken has a very difficult job. Every day, his boss gives him too much work. Ken never says no. He never says, "I am tired." He just smiles and pushes his stress down. This suppression continues for 3 years. One day, Ken drops a small pencil on the floor, and suddenly he starts crying and cannot stop for an hour. You see, suppression is not real peace. It is dangerous.
Exactly, Peter. And when suppression goes on for too long, a person can start to feel numb. Let us say this short word: numb. Note the letter B at the end is silent. Numb.
Numb means you do not feel anything at all. You do not feel happy. You do not feel sad. You are just empty and disconnected from life. Let us repeat. Numb.
Think about a woman named Nina. Nina loves her family very much, but she works day and night without rest. She pushes all her feelings away. One evening, her daughter draws a beautiful picture for her. Nina looks at it, but she cannot feel joy. She feels nothing. She feels numb. This is why we must not push our emotions away. Real calm means we still feel the emotion, but we choose how to act. When we are numb, we are not present in our life.
So, how do we become truly calm and strong? We become resilient. This is a very beautiful word. Let us repeat it together. Resilient.
Resilient means you can fall down. You can experience a terrible storm, but you can recover, stand up, and keep going. You grow stronger because of the difficulty. Let us practice. Resilient.
Let us look at a beautiful story of a business owner named Omar. Omar opened a small cafe in his town. He put all his money into it. but after 2 months, a big water pipe broke and ruined the whole cafe. Omar was very sad. He cried. But the next day, he called his friends, cleaned the floor, painted the walls again, and opened the cafe 2 weeks later. Omar is a resilient person. Life shook him, but he did not stay broken.
I love that story, Peter. Omar is truly resilient. And you know, when a person lives through many storms and learns from them, they become seasoned. Let us say this word, seasoned.
Seasoned means you have a lot of experience. You are wise because you have seen both good times and bad times. Let us repeat it. Seasoned.
Imagine a ship captain named Captain Thomas. He has been working on the ocean for 40 years. One day, a huge storm comes. The young workers on the ship are running and screaming because they are scared. But Captain Thomas stands steady. He looks at the waves and gives quiet, clear orders. He has a seasoned calm. He is seasoned because he knows the ocean, and he knows the storm will pass.
Wow, I want to have that seasoned calm in my life too, Jane. And the secret to this is a daily practice called self-regulation. Let us say this long phrase together. Self-regulation.
Self-regulation means managing your own emotions and body reactions in a healthy way. It is a big word for simple actions. Taking a deep breath, pausing before you speak, walking away for a minute when you are angry. Let us repeat it. Self-regulation.
Let us see how a mother named Maria uses this. Maria has 3 young children. It is 6 p.m., and the kids are playing loudly, throwing toys and spilling milk on the carpet. Maria feels a wave of panic and anger. She wants to scream at the top of her lungs, but she uses self-regulation. She stops, she closes her eyes, she takes 3 slow, deep breaths. Then she opens her eyes and says with a steady voice, "Okay, children, let us clean this up together." Good self-regulation changed the whole evening.
That is an amazing example, Peter. Maria chose to be steady. And that is our goal, friends. Not to be perfect, not to be cold or numb, but to be steady. Like a glass of water on a table. The room may shake, but the water stays inside the glass.
And this is so true for our English language learning. When you speak English, you do not need to speak fast. You do not need to be loud. If you forget a word, do not panic. Do not let pressure provoke you. Just use self-regulation. Pause, breathe, smile, and keep going. A composed speaker always sounds beautiful and confident.
Yes, Peter. Your quiet, steady English is powerful. Our time for today is over. Thank you for listening to our podcast, and thank you for practicing with our technical pauses today. You did a great job.
Yes, you are doing wonderful progress. Take care of your English and take care of your steady heart. Goodbye, friends.
Goodbye, everyone. See you in our next episode.